Hi, Nanny.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Doing well.
Please come in.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I have
No,
two small
don't worry.
daughters, and it's like the house is a mess. Would you like to sit here?
Um,
Let's sit right here.
go to the kitchen table. Hello.
Hi.
You want me to take off my shoes?
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This is like the kids, you know, right? Yeah, we just sit right here. It's more comfortable.
There we go.
The kitchen is a mess.
Okay. Piggy banks. Yes.
Let me show you. I'm working with Linda.
Thank you.
And Linda, she has like she's a home buyer with Michael. He's with Unity, and we're trying to get into the SHIP program. This guy.
Okay.
He said right now, you know,
Uh-huh. SHIP program. Okay. Did he explain the SHIP program to you guys?
oh no, I work with community partners for the SHIP program.
Okay.
And they have all my paperwork, and he was one of the lecturers when I graduated with the class,
Okay.
the housing partnership
Yes.
certificate of completion.
When did you get that one?
I just got this is on the May 15th, 2025. Odessa.
Okay, so you did the English one.
I did the English one,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
I did all the classes. This is all
Gotcha.
my graduate of achievement and all that. So he was one of the speakers for
okay.
community partner.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you know, we're like first time homeowner,
yes.
and we're trying to find a house. You know, we rent this place. It's
Okay.
like 2,600,
Okay.
2,600 plus, you know, the utility and everything is close to $3,000.
Yes.
I figure it's better to own something, you know, because we live here for like 3 years. We pay over $100,000.
Yeah.
We never late for the rent.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the market is around there, right? So you
Yes.
know.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was gonna be one of my questions. So you did that course.
Yeah, I did
So
the
that
course.
All right. So. Yeah, because Ludi was the main one, right? Ludi was a.
Yeah, Ludi.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
you work with Ludi
Yeah, I've been working with her for 2 years now.
2 years?
Yeah, I've been doing those classes, the ones in Spanish,
Yeah.
and one of my business partners is doing the one in Creole
Oh,
for the
really?
Creole speakers as well too, the clientele. So, yeah, okay. Well, that kind of clarifies a lot.
Yeah, and I've been, you know, I've been with Bank of America, and I was working with Philip too. He said that, you know, once my wife got her, you know, her green card,
Okay.
then he could give me the pre-approval letter. His name is Philip something with Bank of America.
And he was at the event too?
No, he
Oh,
wasn't at
before?
the event. It was like before when we were trying to get a pre-approval letter. All we need is, you know, we need the pre-approval letter as soon as we could, so we could get the. I don't know. Is the SHIP program a loan, or are they giving us the money to do the
So-
down payment?
So before we do that, I'm gonna show you everything that we do, okay? We don't just do mortgages, and then
I know you do life insurance.
yeah, retirement plans, college planning, mortgages is why we're here. Wills as well, bill power attorney, health proxy, identity theft, home security system, whether you rent or when you're ready, when you have your house, you want to protect your house, and then licensing independent agents as well to help people in the community offer all of these services, right? So that's gonna be for you. So you're going through with Odessa, Ludi, and everybody. They you submitted the intake form, right?
Yeah.
The budget and all of that stuff.
Yeah. And Ludi said with what's the other woman's name?
Odessa, or
Well, she said that with because my wife finally I'm on disability and my wife is my wife works at the nail salon, but she just you know, she just started and you know within now she has a steady clientele. Now she makes like 48,000 a year around there. But you know, like community partner has all my information. But you know, when I talked to them, they said that they wouldn't be able to lend me because you know my wife, we only did the taxes for a year.
Okay.
And I'm on disability, so that's why I got in touch with Michael here. Well, when he did the lecture, and Linda and Michael, and they trying to give me a pre-approved letter so I can buy a house. So she keeps sending me, see, this is Philip I'm working with in Bank of America.
Okay.
Let me see. This is Philip from the Bank of America.
Have you talked to him since this email?
No,
June?
no,
Okay.
because when we went to the housing thing, there was a Bank of America there, and the
Yes.
woman, she said that, you know, I could talk to her face to face
Okay.
instead of going to Philip. Philip is somewhere in New Jersey or something.
Okay. Okay. And are you a citizen, resident?
Yes, I'm a citizen.
And how long have you been on disability?
Been on disability for 4 or 5 years already. You know.
And how much are you receiving from disability?
It used to be 900 and something, then I was working as a translator and I'm receiving 500 and something, $578. My wife's credit score is in the 700 now.
And yours?
Mine is 6 something.
And do you guys have a lot of debt? Credit cards?
No, we don't really have any debt. This is $579.67. That's my disability. And like I said, when I received the contract to make my movie from Lance Oppenheim, this is the contract. I got paid $2,500.
Okay.
So far, they're supposed to pay me like $20,000.
Okay.
When the movie when they finish the movie, I get like 5%. You know, I get 5% of
the royalty or the
of the royalty, well, however much the movie makes.
or the revenue of it.
Yeah, the revenue. I'm gonna get like 5% if you know if the movie is made. I've been waiting for a while. Then Lance got big. He made Ren Fair and all that. Now he made a movie with Robert Pattinson and all that. So you know the money is gonna come. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when I receive my disability, you know, if I work, they take it like they subtract $40 and they split it in half. Like if I make 200, they take $40 off first, right?
Yes.
And so it's 160. Then they divide by 2, and they take $80 and they subtract it out however much I get. So it's kind of ridiculous for me to work, you know.
Yeah.
I have to work like 3 or 4 times more than that. I was like in like $900 something.
Yeah. You guys have any money saved for the down payment? Anything in savings at least?
Yeah, we could around 12,000.
12,000?
Yeah.
Okay, savings.
Not savings, we got it in, you know, somewhere.
Okay.
You know, we could get it.
Okay. Disability taxes, and you've been receiving it for 4 to 5 years. She's been at the nail salon
For 3.
for 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, and
She only did the taxes.
Taxes,
Only did
last year?
Yeah, last year, but you know, she filed very little on the year before that.
okay, she filed for taxes too?
Yeah.
Was she receiving, checks, pay stubs, or all cash? Before?
Well, she was receiving checks and cash.
Checks and cash? Okay, and she was depositing the checks?
Yes, it's direct deposit to her bank account.
Okay. You've been using disability for 4 to 5 years now, 576 per month. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like I said, we are very. See, this is my
Credit score, that's you right there?
651. Em lấy cái credit score của em là tông cho băng cái cho nó coi.
Ok, có chị gọi là
Cái này nó thằng này nó bán bảo hiểm, thằng nó bán cái nhà đủ thứ hết, cái giấy này chỗ này.
Hiểm nha hả?
Bảo hiểm nhà, bảo hiểm dùng liệu á, xong rồi. See, this,
737?
yeah.
Okay.
Để tôi chụp ảnh để cả trước lên.
Okay. So, what we will need for the, so first off, the SHIP program. You asked about that, right?
I already know it because you know they once I get the pre-approval there, the community partner will
Yeah,
will-
so the thing with the SHIP program, it's a loan that you have to pay back, right? So, if, let's say you were to buy this house, right? And the SHIP program gave you $40,000 as an example,
Yeah.
right? When you sell it, you have to pay them back the $40,000. Okay, and there's also restrictions too for the SHIP program where you may not be able to rent the house, right? Or do any fixing to it. Well, everything will be really renting it out.
Okay.
You won't be able to do certain things because it's a government loan,
Yeah.
and you have to pay it back,
Yeah.
right? And
Okay.
it's a separate loan attached to the mortgage.
Okay.
So if the mortgage is 300,000,
Yeah.
right, then you have another 40,000 that you gotta pay
Okay.
then. So that's the.
Only when we finish paying the rest of the house.
In conjunction with it, so you have to pay them both at the same time.
Oh.
And it's included in the mortgage.
Okay.
So, that you have to pay back, right? The SHIP program, the Home Ready and the other ones have restrictions where you cannot rent the house.
Okay. We're not gonna rent it. We're gonna
Right,
buy a
just-
house
yeah.
to live
So,
in.
you can't rent it, you can't Airbnb it, you're very restricted, right?
Okay.
So if you qualify for those loans,
Yeah.
then that's what comes with it. So with those, will be, the class, was it for West Palm Beach, the one you did, or for what city?
West Palm.
West Palm Beach, okay. So it'll be for you to buy a house in West Palm Beach.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
In Bolton, around this
yes,
area.
yeah, this
My
area.
landlord wants to sell this house too,
Okay.
The house we're living in, he was gonna fix the bathroom, the 2 bathroom and all that,
Okay.
Riêng việc là bớt thoải mái, có tập được ồn ào, rồi có không gian để học, rồi bác làm như
And how much is he asking for?
He's asking for this house, he's asking for 500,000.
500,000? Okay, if he sells it to you guys, is he honoring your rent that you guys paid for the last 3 years?
No,
No, so it's a straight 500,000.
yeah.
Okay.
cái đấy chúng tôi thuê cho khỏe.
So the rule of thumb is for, I'll do it on that page right there so you see it.
Mấy cái tiền ngủ đi, có cái tiền.
And then this is gonna be for you because that's everything that we're gonna need
Cái tiền
Yeah.
riêng nó riêng ở đấy,
to the
cái nhỏ
application.
nữa, rồi làm được nhiều.
Right.
See, that's the problem. We don't have the
Yeah,
two
two recent
recent
years
years.
obviously. So everybody's gonna tell you to wait until you have the 2 years because that's just the law for FHA, Fannie Mac, Freddie Mac, Freddie Mae, the company, The government plans, that's the requirement. So this is not Bank of America or Rocket Mortgage or Chase. This is the government requirements
Yeah.
that this needs to be taken care of before we can submit an application.
Yeah.
Okay. So then W-2s, well, this is 21, 22, but it'll be 20, 23, and 24. Okay. Recent pay stubs, bank statements, if you guys have a 401k, and then your address. So this is what we need to focus on, right? Whether it's for the SHIP program, a regular mortgage, anything in general. Yuri and Odessa also would ask you for all of this as well.
Yeah, they have most of the information in the thing already. Whatever I have, I send it all to them already.
Yeah. So the thing will be here, this here, 2 recent years, and this one here. As far as disability income, I gotta double check on that to see how much we can use of it to qualify you for the loan.
Okay.
Okay. So the great thing is you guys have a great credit score, right? 651, 747. So for a loan of 500,000, let's just say this house, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be at least $4,500 to $5,000
The mortgage.
mortgage,
Okay.
right? So, cause for every 100K in loan amount, it's $1,000 payment. Okay, so 100,000, 1,000, 500,000, 4,500 to 5,000. Right? Is there an HOA in this community?
No.
Okay, so that's good,
Okay.
right? Because the HOA could be $200 up to $700 extra per month, right? So knowing that,
And I also have a auto accident
okay,
pending,
okay,
and the guy, my lawyer is Miller. He thinks that because it's like his insurance is really big. It's like 250,000
Okay.
per person.
yes,
So I'm currently I had the accident on the day before Easter.
this year?
Yeah, April 19th, so it's still pending. I'm still going to the doctor. So the lawyer thinks he's gonna get a lot of money
From it?
from the accident.
Okay, has he mentioned any type of amount? Or-
Well, that's why I said, he said he's gonna get us get me a good amount of money, because there was like my $2 in there, and and it says like 250,000. He had an umbrella insurance.
Oh, so it covers more. Okay.
It covers like everything, because I had one prior accident, and the guy was at fault, but his insurance was shit, you know, and he didn't. I had to get the car fixed. I was driving my mom's car,
Okay.
so I had to. The car was like 8,000, and I had to pay $500 deductible
For it?
to get it fixed.
Okay.
But this one, then my attorney dropped the case, and I went to Morgan & Morgan, and they dropped the case because that guy didn't have anything that they could sue, you know, they could get. But this guy is big. He's a rich Jewish guy, I think. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how much money he's gonna get, but he said a good amount. You know, lawyers, they don't promise anything. They
Right,
just-
but they get
Yeah.
close to the closing and.
Until they settle it, you know, it's gonna take around a year, and I think we're gonna get like, well, that's what what Mr. Miller said. I'm not sure, but he had like a good insurance. And usually, you know, when you have a car accident with regular folks, it's like 10,000 coverage. You know,
Yeah.
this is 250,000 per person.
That's a big amount. That's a big amount.
So, you know.
Cái là thằng ấy chắc cũng á.
Okay. So that, knowing this here, right, whatever those amounts are, it'll help you out to buy a house, right?
Yeah.
So knowing that it's $1,000 monthly payment minimum for every $100,000, right? Now, would you guys qualify for $5 million? We don't know. Well, you said she earns 48 grand, 50
Vậy
grand a
cho
year,
con
right?
nó
Yeah.
And then you're at 5, 6, you're like at 7,000 per year. Are you receiving Social Security or just disability?
Just disability.
Just disability.
I'm like 56. I should be receiving Social Security soon, right?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So 59 and a half to retirement age. Social Security, you can start receiving in the next couple of years. So, knowing that, the best thing right now would be to wait, because we need 2-year work history for your wife,
Okay.
and then we need W-2s for the past 2 years. So 2023 and 24. Yeah, because we're still in 2025. Right. So Odessa, Chase, Bank of America, everybody will say a similar thing because this is the government requirement, right? Before anybody can move forward with anything.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Just so you have it's not a pre-approval, but this is just an estimate, a hypothetical of what you guys can qualify. Just on basic income right now, what you told me,
Yeah.
right? So you guys are paying pretty much 3,000 here
Yeah.
a month. So taking that into account, we're
My daughters.
no, not a problem, not a problem.
Yeah, she pays the rent with her thing, but
Okay.
Thì giáo viên kể được chắc cậu lên ở lại để đi đâu là một đứa của một đứa tôi muốn đó hai rồi đó là nó có cũng như ra nó xỉu nó khỏi chứ như là phải về qua đây về họ nhìn lên ra ai cho bố trí học sinh ai cho.
Do you guys have a car payment?
oh, it's under my brother's name.
Okay. As far as
But we paid for it.
okay.
He has like really good credit. He has a nail salon
Nice.
on Atlantic. That's where she works at.
Okay.
So that's why, you know.
Chị định mua nhà bạn
That's good family support.
chị định mua nhà bạn
That helps. So way expensive page. Would it just be you two on the loan in the future? Would
Yeah.
you guys have any co-signers or just you two? Any other family member to help you guys with the loan?
Oh, well, my brother is gonna. My sister's. He's gonna ask my sister to co-sign because he's like a doctor. She lives in April.
Okay.
Have a lot of money, but she don't really like me very much. So I don't know how he's gonna do it.
So,
See that? See, this is what Linda wrote me. She keeps sending me. But you know, if I think my older brother, he would sign. He has a house in California and all that, so he has a business. He has apartment building. He just, want to ask my sister because she's in Naples, she's closer. And all
Yeah.
that. But like I said, she don't like me, so
So the thing with
and I don't beg,
the thing with anybody that's gonna be on the loan,
yeah,
we're gonna require all of this from them as well too.
yeah, that's okay. So, she makes a lot. She makes like 60 grand a month.
Okay.
So she has like
So got,
she got
she
good
got some-
credit,
That's good.
good credit and all that.
That was it. Let's go to
Bye bye
350.
con. Đơn là con là viên này chị, tụi nó cái con là viên đó. Dạ sẽ lấy là rồi.
No. If we were to do the loan, right, it's with Rocket Mortgage, and it's a clean loan. So if you don't qualify for the SHIP program or anything else, those grants, because they usually do like $10 million of grant money, but that's gone in a matter of minutes.
Matter of minutes, I know
Yeah,
it.
right, because last year they did that too. They had over 1,000 people apply, and I think maybe 10 people got the loan, got the grant.
I hear you.
Right, so if we were to do it, we wouldn't do any of those programs, but we would do the first time home buyers programs where you only put down 3.5% of the value. So you will need to come up to with at least $20,000 as an example for down payment and closing costs. If it's a house around $300,000, right? And then you will have your mortgage payment, your homeowner's insurance, and a mortgage insurance on that as well too. If you don't put down the 20%.
Yep.
Okay. The 3.5 makes it easier for a lot of people
Yeah.
because down the road you can refinance it and remove it out of it. Okay. So we can make sure we get as many families and homes as possible.
I'm pretty sure, after my case gets settled and after my freaking movie, whenever it gets made, that I won't have any problem with the
Yeah.
money, Because like I said, the contract is there and you see how powerful I have a lot of connection and I've been taking, I've been getting a lot of certificate. I think I could even run for some kind of political office.
It doesn't hurt to try.
It doesn't hurt to have all these certificates, right?
Yeah. So,
See?
certificate.
See, look at all this. This is like they interview me in newspaper and magazine and all that. And I was in, I was on, yeah, let me.
Mua trả mua biết trả cái này một nát kiểu nó coi điên nổi một nát mua không còn nó đâu phải coi điên nổi nhờ bên tràn nó ta bị cái người da nó họ sờ mới quyến ra tiền mà đến thứ bảy chủ nhật á, thứ bảy chủ nhật không đi thì từ chủ nhật không gì đó không chủ nhật đó. Đây 5 thứ bảy. Trong đồng tiền không được có nghe dân không nghe hai năm rồi.
Stage and screen. So I'm just trying to make the name big, so when the time comes, they can't, So it's just only a matter of time. I just want to, just in case something happens, I want to have my children to have a home.
Yes. this is awesome. And this is what you sent me in a text message too.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
can have that.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So, when it comes to the credit score, knowing that you're at a 657 and your wife is at a 747, they take the middle, because there's 3 credit scores,
Mhm.
right? Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. We take the middle of the 2, and that's the one we're gonna use,
Okay.
right? So, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be an average, as an example, a 685,
Yeah.
right? As an example. You guys' monthly income is $5,000 a month, okay? Any credit card debts?
Yeah, later, but I can pay it all off.
Okay.
Right away.
Would you say like $200, $300 monthly credit card debts? Any student loans?
No.
No, nothing like that? Yes. And the rent is 2,800?
2,600.
2,600?
Let chia đôi hả?
So based on income,
Chia sầu bụng hả?
let's do 325, just in case.
Ra ai kéo nó đến đầu này. Nghe lượng phôi đưa chậm ngang thôi nha má. Được không? Phôi. Lượng phôi nào? Lượng phôi nào thật nha.
What's the zip code here?
Oh God, I just remembered. I
Actually,
forgot
I
it.
got it on the map, on the Google Maps from the address here. 33437, I got it.
It's 33437.
Okay.
Chị để con nó. Thấy con lột nó không lột á. Đi nghe kể.
So plus,
Nó lấy kể cho mẹ người ở Việt Nam. Ở mẹ người Việt Nam lột ra cái tới. Bây giờ nội mới mất tiền á. Chị cái này cái nhẫn nhiều không phải con gì.
home possible, home plus, and FHA. Home possible, home plus, what's up grade? So here, no, sorry.
Kệ họ.
See, this is the car accident. This is the bill for the progressive. See, I don't have to pay anything.
Gotcha, yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So I'm just waiting for the case to get settled.
Yeah.
Usually, you know, when you have a car accident, they don't ever go to court. It's usually
It's
settled.
settled out, yeah, settled out of court.
So you know.
So, let me just take these off. So you can see what I did here. I'm basing it off of what you guys are currently paying right now
Okay.
for rent and income,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not running credit scores or anything. This is just hypothetical, right? So purchase price of 325,000. Loan amount of 313,000 because you're gonna bring 3.5% down,
Okay.
right? Which is the difference between here and here.
Okay.
Monthly income of 5,000, so you guys are bringing in.
Yeah.
Monthly rent 2,600, right? So these are all the options that it has for you guys, which is great.
Okay.
Okay, so home possible right there, 1+ program, or this one where you bring 1% of the down payment. Rocket Mortgage is gonna do the other 2%.
Okay.
So that means instead of it being 15,000 out of your pocket, it might be like 8,000 or 10, right? That's an example. And
Chỉ
then
cái có
we're
cải
gonna
người ta
go
có
with
cải lên chấm xuống cái sản xuất có cải ăn cái ảo vui mình ăn.
and then what's gonna happen next is the interest rates. Alright, so you have one possible, one plus, and 30 year.
Okay.
And then, so these are the interest rates.
Okay.
Okay. Anything in red, if you want this interest rate, you have to pay that out of pocket
Okay.
to get that rate.
Okay.
So these two, there's nothing. FHA, there's that right there. So we're gonna keep going until this turns green. And then the interest rate just keeps going higher, okay? And then when we get there, I'll explain to you why the interest rate is higher and it's beneficial to you, okay? So we're just gonna keep going. So FHA right here, if you wanted to do this one at 6.6, you'll get a credit of $165. That's it on that, right? So there's, for these two here, there's no rate available. For these programs, you will have to pay out of pocket. Okay, alright, so that's not beneficial to you at the moment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna edit this, and then we're gonna remove this one, and remove that one, and we're just gonna go with forming and FHA. Alright, see how the amounts are higher? So so your best option is FHA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then here 6.49, meaning if you want that interest rate, you have to bring an extra $1,200 out of your pocket to buy that interest rate.
Okay.
Okay, anything red, you gotta pay more. This one here, you get a credit of $165 at 6.625. If we go up here, 6.75, you get a credit. So Rocky Mortgage will give you $1,500 towards your closing costs. Okay, so you don't have to pay that out of pocket. Alright, so 6.675 credit of $1,300. Oh, we gotta find out what the payments are. Is everything making sense so far?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I'm pretty good with numbers.
Okay. I want to make sure I explain it to you right so you understand every aspect of it. Because they should explain it to you the same way. Bank of America, all the other companies should explain it to you the same way. If not, they should.
Okay.
Right now, I just gotta get the signal back so that way I can show you what we're going with. What's your Wi-Fi here?
Huh?
Your Wi-Fi?
Oh, my Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
There's
a T-Mobile?
Yes, a T-Mobile.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna try to connect the password.
Oh, wait. I have the password to my phone.
Okay.
The picture.
That makes it easier.
Got a long ass password. I don't know how to change it to something simple.
Thôi, em luôn của em thì này không đâu. Mẹ thầy bố nghe với mẹ làm gì nữa. Mẹ ba về vô từ đây. Mẹ ba Ly.
Yeah, my brother had like he put in the password for it. What was that company? Xfinity, and it was so expensive. This T-Mobile is cheap.
Oh yeah, $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, just cancel it, and put it in my name.
Yeah.
So I changed it to T-Mobile.
Yeah, we have it $50 a month too.
Yeah.
We have
And it's faster too.
yes. We have
Xfinity was slow.
Xfinity, we had Xfinity, and I tried it out. I unplugged Xfinity for a month,
Mm-hmm.
and let T-Mobile run for a month,
Yeah.
and it worked better. So then I canceled Xfinity after a month. I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. It's like I'll save myself $150.
Yeah. Yeah, I just been so stupid that because when I was going to that T-Mobile, they keep promising me all this thing.
Yeah.
I got like 6 phones, 6 lines, and it ended up costing me. Now I'm trying to get out of the contract, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
They said I have like 5 months. I mean, I said I was gonna change, and they were trying to keep me. It was like terrible.
Yeah, that's once you're out of the contract, you just want a clean slate. Also, if you have payment plans to the phones,
Yeah.
they're gonna lock you in for that too.
Yeah.
And it's like you can keep the contract until it ends in 5 months,
Yeah.
or you have to pay everything out of pocket now.
That's
remove
what
it.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I have to wait 5 months to cancel all these 3 other lines
Yeah.
because these 2 phones I got for me and my wife I already changed to AT&T, but I like T-Mobile better. Even they really did mess me up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have like.
Okay, so we're gonna go with FHA. FHA. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. So I removed the other one, so that way you can. So everything in red is what you gotta pay out of pocket, remember?
Mhm.
So at that rate, that's what your mortgage payment will be if you bring down 14,000.
So my mortgage payment is only 1,900.
That's without taxes and insurance, right? So that 2,000 could go up to like 2,700 bucks, right?
Mhm.
Because of taxes and insurance, and depending on the city as well too. So that's just the principal and interest, just the mortgage itself. So that, as that percent, if you come down with $14,000, right?
Yeah.
In addition to closing costs,
Okay.
right? So here, you see how the payment goes, the interest rate is 6.25, the payment went up $250.
Mhm.
The mortgage insurance right there, $143, that's added to that. And then the credit that you get from Rocket Mortgage, $1,500. Right, so that means you bring out of pocket $1,500 less. And then if you wanted to go ahead, you know what? I want to go up to 7.1, your mortgage payment is $2,300 plus this is $2,400 plus another $500 in interest and taxes. Could put you like at $3,000 a month what you're paying right now. But you get a credit of $3,000, so when it comes down to closing, you get a credit of $3,000. So you don't have to come bring that out of pocket, right? So that's where you guys will qualify right now, based on your income, your current rent, your current expenses, and your current credit score. Right, this is without me, well, and then we'll just have to wait for this and finding out how much of the disability we can use towards it. Okay. Did all this make sense?
Yeah, it
Okay.
makes sense.
Perfect.
So I should wait until I get the taxes for next year.
Yes, because it'll make it easier, because they want a 2-year work history,
Mm-hmm.
and that just makes this a lot easier.
Okay.
Right? We're closing on a loan next week, and the wife needed to have 2 years of work history, which was the beginning of last month.
Mm-hmm.
So once we went through that, then we were able to move forward with it.
Then I have to take that class again.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and if they have funds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this will be a straight loan. Here, you can refinance it in a couple of years. With those, you can refinance it without paying that back first. With this loan here, it's a straight house. So if you wanted to rent it 2 years down the road, if you wanted to Airbnb it down the road, if you wanted to buy another house somewhere else and use this as an investment property, you can, because it's all yours.
Uh-huh.
And here, you're not restricted to Palm Beach County. Here, you can go anywhere in the state of Florida. Right? You say, hey, I found a house in Port St. Lucie or Lantana or Boca or wherever, right? You're not limited to just the county. This is for the whole state of Florida. You can say, I found a house in Tallahassee, go for it,
Okay.
right? So there's no restrictions with this home, as long as it's in the state of Florida.
Okay.
Okay. So that's that right there. I know we went through a lot. Do you have any questions?
No.
That's cool. All right. So that's everything for right now. I have, you know what? When I get back to the office, I'll email you this example,
Okay.
so you have it for that first credit at 6.625.
Okay.
And do I have your email address?
It's on my flyer. If you
Is
don't
it?
have Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I guess I wait until the year's up.
Yeah.
When my case get yeah.
Okay.
It's a
perfect.
long email. I
That's
know.
fine. Mine is just as long. Mine is just as long. So we'll do that, so that way you know where you stand right now.
Yeah.
Right? We're not running any credit scores. We're not asking for any documentation. We're not doing anything.
Okay.
Okay? So when Bank of America or whoever calls you, tell them, hey, I appreciate it, but I'm gonna wait
Okay.
because I haven't met my requirements yet.
Yeah.
Right. And they'll ask you, what is it? Well, I need 2-year history and my W-2s for the past 2 years for taxes.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's only for like how many more months? 5, 6 months.
6 months.
6 months
Yeah.
until do her taxes and she'll have 2 years.
Yes. And that'll make it easy. And what I'll do, I'll reach out to you every couple months too, to see
Okay.
how everything is going, right? And you say, hey, I got some more cash, then we can move
Yeah,
forward
and
and stuff like that, and then I can
I'm
find.
pretty sure my case will get settled by next year.
Okay. So that, You keep that because that's for you,
Yes.
so you know what's needed.
Okay.
Okay, and then family member, friends too that want to buy, say this is what you need to get started.
Okay.
So that way they know in black and white the requirements.
Okay.
Okay. Here. I'll take this back. And then later on we can talk about life insurance, retirement plans, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I wish I met you sooner because my wife just bought life insurance
Oh yeah.
for her and the two kids.
Okay.
It was like $500 something a month.
What? Do you have a policy? That's a lot.
Yeah, $500 something
That's
a
a lot.
month. Yeah.
Was it a whole? Sounds like a whole life policy.
I have no idea. Like for 30 years or something.
$100. Do you know how much coverage? Can you ask her?
It's like $500,000 or $1 million.
Okay. And how much on the kids?
The same amount.
That's a lot. That's way too much money on a monthly basis.
Yeah, I thought so, but you know, you can't tell her what to do. She's like a woman.
Ask her if I can look at it without doing anything, and then I can do an example of what she can get price-wise for the same amount of coverage.
Em,
Rửa.
bảo hiểm của em nó có đưa liệu có đưa em giấy tờ gì chưa?
Chưa kỹ, đâu bị rơi mất tâm về điều á.
Oh, she haven't given her the policy yet. They accepted her, you know, they were checking like the
Oh, they did
medical.
the medical and everything?
Yeah, so they haven't, you know, they haven't sent her the policy, so alright.
When she gets it, call me,
Okay.
so that way I can look at it. Is she gonna pay $500 a month?
Yeah.
Okay. How old is she?
She was born 4/24/1986.
4/24, 96. And your daughters are how old?
My daughter is 4/20/2020, the marijuana day. And 6/6/2023, all she needs to do is have another 6, and she's like a devil child.
So cute. And I'll do this quickly.
Yeah, she just because she wanted to buy life insurance because everybody was, you know, and since they, you know, could speak to her, I told her to wait, you know, wait and all that, and you know, we find something that's suitable for her, you
Yes.
know.
Bà ơi.
But you know, the girl that was selling is Vietnamese also, so they explained it to her. You know, she just came here 3 years, can't understand English well and all that.
So there's two type of policies. It's whole life, which is something that you
And
get,
term life.
and term life.
Yeah.
We do strictly term insurance, so you get more coverage for less amount premium. So let's say if it was the same $1 million, but instead of it being $500 a month, it could be $180. That extra $320, we can open up an emergency account for you guys. We can open a retirement plan for her, and we can open up 2 college plans for your daughters with the same amount of money. So you get a lot more for one price.
Oh, let me tell her so she could feel bad at least. Nói lắm rồi, cái tiền mà em đã cho Liễu á, nó bán life insurance mà nó có đúng Dũng coverage mà nó bỏ tiền vô cho Dũng là đi học đại học cho mấy đứa là 320, nói cỡ cái Liễu làm nó là 180 thôi, cái chỗ này là 180 thôi. Tất cả hết á là 500 phải không? Đó thì em á thì nói ba người làm 180 thôi, xong rồi bỏ tiền vô mà để cho nó dự cho tiền mà cho người cho nó đi học đại học á là 500.
Điện thoại cho nội.
Đi lại đây, tôi lại tôi nói cái xong tôi thông dịch cho.
Thôi, cái chuyện chi ra chuyện này châu đó.
Thì nó truyền bảo hiểm cái truyền nhà xong rồi.
Thế thôi, đừng có nói nữa cái chuyện của tớ mua bảo hiểm thì cái tiền thẳng.
So when she gets the policy, call me, okay?
Okay, yeah, when she gets the policy, I'll call you and, you know, see if you could do anything better for
Because look, right here. And I'll email this to you too so you have it, okay? So,
Đâu có bố duyên.
non-tobacco, she doesn't smoke, right?
She doesn't smoke.
That's her age right now. Persistent term, 35-year term. $1 million of coverage for her. So this waiver of premium, if she gets sick and can't make the payments, Primerica will pay the
Chú đừng nói
monthly
chuyện
premium.
này, tấn nó có liên quan chứ kể chuyện bảo hiểm chị.
Yeah, no, she's not sick or anything. Em ngó này.
If she were to get sick in the future, Primerica will pay the monthly premium, right? And then the
Chuyện nha,
children's
từ sau cái đó
rider,
thôi để chung đi cho tôi. Nếu không hỏi chú nói chuyện mà người ta mua cho kia.
each child is covered for $25,000.
Okay.
And then that's what the premium will be for both,
Okay.
okay? 1418 for both, each one for $25,000 coverage each. Total amount, $1,025,142.10.
That's
Right.
cheap.
That's
Yeah.
cheap, right? And then
Em vô để em ăn.
the extra 358, we can do a retirement account, emergency account, and 2 college plans,
Mm.
right? Divided by 4. So we can open up 4 accounts for $89 each. Right? So I'll email this to you too, so you have it. Once she gets the policy, call me so I can come and look at it with you guys here
Okay.
and explain it to it, and then we go from there.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll wrap this up in an email as well, in the same email, so you have it all in one.
What if she already start paying?
She can cancel it, but she's not gonna cancel it until we get her approved first.
Okay.
So you never wanna cancel life insurance policy until you're approved with us.
Okay.
Because if you were to pass away in between that process, you're still covered with that first insurance company,
Okay.
you'll get the money. But the second you're approved with us and you receive the policy, then you cancel it.
Okay.
But you never wanna cancel just because
Okay.
she's already, right? They did the blood work, so they're waiting
Yeah.
for analysis to get
Yeah.
it approved, and that could take a few weeks. And we'll say, hey, congratulations, you were approved, here's your policy.
Okay.
So they'll either mail the policy to her,
Okay.
or they'll send it to her email address.
Okay.
So one of those two.
Cool.
Alrighty. So 13. And do you have any insurance? Do you have covered in
No,
insurance?
they,
You can't
they,
get
they,
it for
they
the
don't
rest of
cover me because I have disability. Yeah.
Then for you, would be either, as a suggestion, would be either buy a burial plot, do you plan on, do you want to be buried here?
Mhm.
Or if it's gonna be cremation or whatever it is, save for that and do that.
Yeah.
So that way, you know, if it's a burial, you go by the plot and the burial,
Uh-huh.
pay it in monthly payments, it's done, and you can continue to live your life with everything else.
Well, I'm immortal. I'm never gonna
There you
die.
Well, so, but as an option, right, because they won't let you get covered for life insurance,
Yeah.
you have other options.
I know. I know.
Alright, so that one there, this one seems mine, this is one here.
Well, thank you for everything, Manny.
You're very welcome.
I'm- Yeah, I'm gonna call you when her policy comes in and you could talk to her, but you know, she's like,
It's a strategy and it's information, having all of it. So we want to make sure everything's done right because at the end of the day, it's your guys' money, right?
yes, sir.
So my job is to make sure that you can enjoy your money and make it last.
Sorry about the mess.
No worries. It's life. It's your house, and I'm the guest. So don't worry about it. And then there's I know you guys have the friend that does it, but for retirement plans, mortgages, college planning, I can help you all with all that. Yeah, I'll find out about the disability, see how much we can use for that. We got, come January, where we can start with the application and everything. And when she gets the policy, call me,
Okay.
and then I'll come over.
Okay. Thank you very much,
You're
Manny.
very welcome. Thank you for your time. Actually, let me grab that water bottle for the road. Thank you. There we go.
Have a good night, Manny.